Parental discretion is advised.
I don't want to be a product of my environment. I want my environment to be a product of me.
Welcome to the Ritz-Kellogg Radio Show.
You're listening to the Ritz-Kellogg Radio Show with your host, Coma Kellogg. I hope you're ready, because we're about to blast off and take your mind to where it really shouldn't be. In 5, 4, 3...
Throw it on the thickest thighs, put her in a sunken place. She said she was dignitized. Get the prize, get the prize. Make this money, incentivize. Drop in a Ross, in a Ross. For an hour plus, I just missed like 20 calls. Pussy dripping, running like Niagara Falls. Keep her head in my Balenciaga drawers. Getting money, with the dogs. In my hot tub.
I'm Morgan Freeman, and you're listening to the Ritz-Kellogg Radio Show. where you are right now is ridiculously awesome. Andy Dufresne. Andy?
Stank ass legs. I'm on tour, land my Rari, I'm not sure. If the feds knock on the door, tell them bitches I'm not her. Drop, 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 yeah, drop, drop, to that drop, 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 drop. Drop, to that drop. Hit his row and make him drop. I got scratched like German Scott. Money, we get that a lot. If we don't got it, rob the spot. I drop, drop. Running when I heard call. We don't do no cleaning, but them sticks up over here. That's my mama. Drop, get it. Sauce, with it. Hey, we don't love them, we just strictly toss. Bitches, lost, bitches, boss, bitches. The letter T the way I double cross. Bitches, drop, 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 yeah, drop, yeah, drop, to that drop, yeah, drop, 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 yeah, drop, yeah, drop, to that drop.
call 415-779-4875. If you're a troll, I advise you not to call that number. Run for the hills, buddies. Run for the hills. Just like that pigeon flew away right now. Little faggot-ass pigeon. I hate that pigeon.
415-779-4TRK. 415-779-4875.
She's gonna get my night runs into morning all the time. And through my phone I'm scrolling, bang my line. Off that drink it's hard to focus. Seems like I'm always chosen by romantics that are hopeless. We can make arrangements though. And if you down, who knows? I might just do you like beloved. Yeah, or make you my numero uno. DJ Ready Fair. She don't allow herself to miss nobody else. I've had days where I was dolo, but I never caught a bad case of FOMO. Don't talk to me about your previous. You know I'm that times two. Penthouse jumping from the front to back room. Girls going wild, showing off new tattoos. My night runs into morning all the time. And through my phone I'm scrolling, bang my line. Off that drink it's hard to focus. Seems like I'm always chosen by romantics that are hopeless. We can make arrangements though. And if you down, who knows? I might just do you like beloved. Yeah, or make you my numero uno.
We get aggressive. You be undressing, making a mess and cleaning it up when we done. I got a serious question. Do you like sex? If you thinking yes, then I'm trying to test you. Say Uncle Khalifa the best, but I got money to get. I gotta hop on the jet. Probably don't call, I'ma text. Hop in my car, get wet. I'm getting all of my checks. I'm winning all of my bets. No, I ain't letting you down, baby. I'm giving 100%.
My night runs into morning all the time. And through my phone I'm scrolling, bang my line. Off that drink it's hard to focus. Seems like I'm always chosen by romantics that are hopeless. We can make arrangements though. And if you down, who knows? I might just do you like beloved. Yeah, or make you my numero uno.
I can't keep my mind off you. I can't keep my mind off
Yo, we're back. Shit got fixed. Okay, so get back into this
But
conversation.
again, thanks for. I know it's your birthday.
Happy birthday.
I don't want to bring it down, but what a soapbox thing that needs to be talked about. And continue your story.
No, this story's got me very interested.
I think we've shopped at the ex-wife store too often, so I think we got them in the same place. But you were saying that your wife had been touched and passed that on to your kids by violence.
Yes.
Where do we draw the line on that? How do we get the help?
Like, I mean, like.
Oh wait, I didn't finish. We didn't finish the story, bro, about you pushing down the neck on the knife and shit. I need to hear it.
He wants the real gory stuff.
I need to hear it, bro, because then I have this fucking left voice. I need to have it filled out because then I'm fucked.
She grew up in Big Bear, okay, so she knew all she grew up with the cops and this and that, and she knew all the cops. Well, I called the cops for like the 15th time within like a day. And they come out again, and I'm bleeding, and I had just had back surgery 3 weeks ago.
So
and I was in a walker. They pulled me out in the snow and ice, and take my walker, and I'm like, dude, if you take my walker, I'm gonna eat shit.
Because you're the guy, you're guilty.
Yeah, and because I was the guy, they automatically and I'm bleeding out of the neck.
They're gonna take you,
and they started to cuff me, and I ate shit on the ice.
You didn't do it. You didn't do anything. Did you hurt her?
No, not at all.
How did you disarm her?
I took the knife away from her, and then I called the cops.
And then you called the cops, but they put.
And the thing that saved me at the time was my 4-year-old daughter was like, "Why are you doing that to Daddy? Daddy didn't do anything. Daddy had us like locked in the upstairs room, and then Mom kicked down the door."
I mean, so you went back to they left and you went back to sleep, and then she tried killing the kids after that.
And they, because I'm a guy, they wouldn't. It's against the law to leave with your kids against her permission.
Did they take her to jail ever?
Finally, on the 4th day of this hellhole, like this hell, and the cops got so sick of coming over, and my dad and I had her at gunpoint at this point.
Who did you complain to?
She had an axe, and she was going through the house, breaking stuff, looking for my meds. And
oh my
so
God!
I get my dad over there with his handgun, and I had my handgun, and so we had her at gunpoint. And we called the cops, and they come in and go, "Well, what do we miss?" And there's glass everywhere. She was taking the pictures off the wall of my kids, little preschool pictures, and throwing them at them. And so I'm sending them away, and I'm
acting like that.
Well, yeah, and I'm bleeding everywhere from glass and all sorts of stuff.
How old are your kids?
At the time, they were 1, 2, and 4.
Oh, wow.
Does the 4-year-old remember any of this?
Oh, she remembers more than...
Yeah.
Yeah, actually.
At 4, you can remember quite a bit.
Yeah.
So if you can't remember anything younger than 6, it's a problem. But that was probably exactly what we're talking about, a traumatic event that she has actually held.
Well, and then the thing
did they take her to jail?
Well, the only reason they took her to jail, they weren't going to do anything after any of this.
What's wrong with Big Bear? Seriously, they sound like they're fucking assholes
They don't
over
want to
there.
do anything.
Yeah, they're fucking lazy ass cops.
They're lazy ass cops.
It's their kids. It's their kids. Same thing as some of the regions of LA.
And because they grew up with my
her dad was her dad a cop?
No,
but grew up.
They knew of the crime and what happened, so they gave her and her brother all this sympathy that they shouldn't get. And her brother's one of those people where you walk up, he walks into a bar with a penny in his pocket and goes, "Hey, can you buy me a beer? I'll pay you back tomorrow." And you never.
Right. I'll gladly pay you Tuesday.
So
for
we're making better
today.
decisions these days.
What was that? Wimpy? Is that his name? Wimpy? Fucking the guy who asked for fucking
His name's actually Tommy.
Well, that's fucking
he's talking
name.
about the Popeye, right?
No, I'm talking about Wimpy from Popeye. Yeah. I'll gladly pay you Tuesday for a cheeseburger today. But that dude's name's Tommy.
I mean, it's I had my.
That's my name, but fucking who gives a fuck?
My grandfather's presidential Rolex. He pawned it for $50 of crystal.
Wow.
A presidential.
Wow.
It was like 50 grand, 60 grand.
Oh, easy
for a ball.
Oh,
you said how much?
I don't remember. It was
doesn't matter.
By the time I got to,
did you ever see the watch again?
Nope.
Of course you didn't.
They pawned it right away. And because it was sold, it
was in the house. All you can see is the Hennessy.
He's got tunnel vision.
One more, man.
Yeah.
Seriously.
No, we want our guests to be happy, and it's his birthday, but sit, Ubu.
Sit, Ubu, sit, man. You're interrupting. It's not about you. He's a little attention whore, ain't he?
He is.
Buzz
But we love
Peter
him just
is
the
an
same.
attention whore.
Love him
And
just the same.
so finally, the cops come over and in the morning, and we got her at gunpoint. And she goes, "If you're gonna," and they finally go, "Okay, well, you can take your kids and leave." And she goes, "Well, if you're gonna do that, then I'm gonna walk out in the street and kill myself." And immediately they put her in a 72-hour hold. In 72 hours, and then she has the brass to ask me for cigarettes and stuff to go, and I'm like, tell her to fuck off.
Yeah, well,
but the finish of the story.
It's just basically Big Bears is a bunch of lazy cops, basically.
Finish the story.
Yes,
but former LAPD officers get killed up there.
And I call in 3 days.
Christopher
the cops
Garner.
are called like over 50 times. I got charged with failure to protect on 7 counts.
Wow.
You got charged?
I got charged with criminal charges.
For failure to protect your children from their own mother?
And the cops wouldn't let me take them, do anything, have her
Dude,
arrested.
This is the guy who's protecting the freedom for them to do that.
Wait,
by the
but
way.
now you got them, right?
This is fucked up. There's got to be conflict in your head, like
I
a
know-
motherfucker.
I
Like
knew you had full custody.
what is it all? What is this all for? Like right? Like what the fuck?
Because You know what? Fuck that. It's men's rights, dude. I'm tired of all these women's get all.
That's
No,
a good
I'm
sentence.
Men's
so
too.
sorry.
That's another hashtag.
You know what? I'm
Men's
sorry,
too.
dude. I have to weigh in on this because I feel like I'm in the same situation where I want my kids and I wanna be able to. Why is my kids wearing the same shit every time I see them? Why is it that every time I see my kids, I gotta go off top, still pay my child support, but I go out of my way and buy my kids new clothes and new shoes?
And it's funny you say child support. What happens to you if you miss a month of child support payments?
It goes down, and then I get
Deadbeat
charged
dad.
interest on that.
Okay.
And they'll put a hole in your driver's
eventually
Guess
what will
what?
happen?
Guess what? She doesn't get none of the interest on that. The state gets all the
Absolutely.
interest on that.
Do you know how much my ex-wife pays me in child support for 3 kids a month? $2.50.
Do you know how much? I
Because
pay?
she doesn't have a job, right?
Do you know how much I pay? My.
She has a job. How did she get that with the court?
Because she's working for her new husband's family's company under the table, but it's all on Facebook.
$2.50 for 3 kids. What is she supposed to give you?
I was supposed to get like
$600
$300 a month.
No, you're supposed to get like
No, you're
$600
supposed to get
a
at
kid.
least like
Yeah.
$500-600.
Especially
well, my
'cause I don't
baby
work.
mama gets at least $650 every month for each of my kids. So together,
I mean, you
I have
you travel
I
quite a
pay- I
bit, so
pay for-
we
I
have
pay for
each state. You got 3.
I pay for 2. I only have 2 kids. Same baby mama.
All right.
And
No baby
I
mama drama
pay-
yet?
And I pay over $1,400 a month.
I was lucky, man. I didn't
pay
have that issue
over
with my daughter's mother.
$1,400.
I was
Wait. You didn't have that issue, but I did. And it's over $1,400 a month.
I hear you.
But I will tell you.
No, yeah,
that
a lot
is-
of men
that
are
is-
going through this. A lot of men.
It's because in the state of California, especially, it's almost unheard of a man having custody of
Full
his 3
custody,
children.
yeah,
full
Oh, no,
custody.
dude, more power to you,
Dude,
bro.
and
But-
you told me that you had custody of your kids when I first met you, and I was like super because
It's the only one I've met.
I wish I was in your position to where I had.
But that goes back on to like when I was injured, it was actually a blessing in disguise because my ex-wife took off 6 years ago. I haven't seen her since, which I don't care. But it's like
She doesn't want to see
that
her
gives me
kid.
the
She doesn't
freedom
want to see her
take
kid. She doesn't want to see her
be
kids.
with my kids all the time.
She don't care about those kids.
Let me ask you guys.
She has one before me with
so
another
these
guy.
kids.
And
Oh, she just makes
And
babies.
then she had 2 after me with this like Mexican guy that she left me for.
She just makes babies.
Wait.
She's a baby
When
maker.
your kids turn
and she
14,
hates them.
Let me ask you guys. I heard, but I could be wrong. I heard when my son's about to turn 14 this year, in June. If your kids turn 14, they have the ability to tell
Divorce.
the court
They can divorce their parents.
who they want
Live
to
with?
live with.
That's 13 actually.
They could
12,
divorce their
11,
parents.
12, they will listen to their wants. 13, they will grant their wishes.
Yeah.
And then at 15, you could divorce their parents.
between 15 and 16, they will
emancipate.
Yeah, exactly. Emancipate.
I call it
12,
divorce. The
13
same
years old,
divorce or
each
whatever.
kid will have their own lawyer, like in a court.
At that point, was the kid like support himself and shit, or what? How does that work?
All that money
If you do-
giving
if
to
a child-
her mom,
if a-
I'm like, Papa, I could give that all money to you. You could be having all that money. for
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah, okay. Well, like, okay, so what does the child do if they emancipate? Like, do they have to support themselves?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
So what, they just get into the porn industry or fucking
Most
some
of those
shit?
kids are
They're
in,
not all like you, buddy.
Oh, come on. I didn't get into that. I didn't get into that industry.
We
until
all have our
later.
strengths.
My daughter today.
I was in my
actually-
30s when I started doing that shit.
I wasn't feeling good earlier this morning, and my daughter comes up to me and goes, Dad, I'm lucky to have at least one parent that like loves me and is always there for me and like does everything for me, even as sick as you are.
And what did you say to her?
I used to, yeah, I almost cried. But,
Yeah, that's some cry shit. Did you cry when your kids were born?
No, but I loved it. It was.
Yeah, I
That's hard to
cried.
explain. That's
I
hard
cried.
to
Yeah,
My
explain.
kids
it's
actually,
a-
I can say, saved my life. If I wouldn't have
No,
kids,
it's
I'd be
powerful.
dead.
It's a powerful thing watching
I think
your
your
kids.
dog
do it.
saved your life, dude. I
your
really
dog.
do. I think after all of this, dude, you've been through a lot of shit. And I
through
guess
a
we
lot,
all
bro.
have our stories. It makes good music, right?
Can you
Right?
tell us? Can you tell us like some really gory
Talk
shit?
to me. Talk to me. Talk to me.
Oh man, he
In-
wants
in
to.
10
Be,
years-
yes, he could,
in
but
10 years.
No, I don't wanna-
basically,
I don't wanna fucking
The last
spark it.
decade, I've spent probably about half those 10 years in hospitals, going through every procedure you could think of in the world. I've had 7 back surgeries, and I've got a lot of other problems.
they'll pay
Yeah.
for that, but no psychiatric stuff.
Yeah.
Very
They
little.
don't. See, that's the thing. Okay, let's go back to that. Okay, no, go ahead. Finish what you're
Workers'
saying.
comp is messed up. That's
That's
don't ever
a
get
whole
rid
other
of
one.
word.
But okay, so
Or the government. That's what we're talking about.
So
yeah.
we were saying, okay, so PTSD is a whole new, like a.
Well, they're finally acknowledging it. I think with the
They've called it
with
other
the-
things.
Yeah,
But psychology-
battle fatigue. What was the other one?
Okay, the
James,
soldiers back in the Revolutionary War, this shit would have never been if I could even have heard
No,
of.
they're close
Counseling
combat.
and shit. No, of course, they muskets and shit. I understand that, but
Getting your legs sawed off with like a
Oh, yeah, it was pretty
hacksaw
gnarly.
and then some
shit.
Jack Daniels poured on it or something, like in the Civil War or something.
That's
Ooh.
some crazy stuff right there.
No,
Hey, bro.
Yeah, but I mean,
that's how it goes
that
down, man. You gotta tough it out sometimes, man.
No, but how do
I've toughed it out for
people didn't
decades.
live as long as they
No,
do now?
no, not at all. Not at
Hey,
all.
you know what? We would like to believe that we're all
And they
fucking
didn't have-
Mel
they didn't-
Gibson, brave hearts. You know,
They didn't have the pharmaceuticals
But
they
dude-
they do now.
Yeah, it's a
nowadays,
double-edged sword.
yo, just a broken heart alone.
What do they
will
have, like
fucking
morphine?
cost
That was
you
it?
a broken heart alone will cost you a fucking few years, bro.
Did you ever?
Or can actually no. He's actually
I'm
weighing
not
in.
lying to you, man.
No.
Dude, like you go through a bad breakup,
You
man.
need to, what happens?
Somebody that you love.
I'll tell you the cure. I'll
Let
tell
me
you the
tell you,
cure.
bro,
I'll tell you the cure to
sometimes.
that. You get some more pussy, bro. That's how you move on, bro.
Well, that works
You're
for women.
talking
That works for
to-
women. The
yeah,
fastest way
now
to get
you're
over a man is to
talking
get
to
under
the
another one.
Ritz-Kellogg show.
That's me too.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
the way I
Well,
work.
that I'm raging now.
I work like that, dude. I work over.
Dude, but you know what? There's
I
a
work
lot
the
of
same
guys
way.
that are just not like built like that. There's
Well,
some guys that are not built
Exactly,
like that.
and a traumatic breakup,
Depending on how long you're with the
a
human being.
traumatic breakup will cost you
PTSD.
4 or 5 years. You will. You can. You should.
No,
be
no.
able to,
I've been through a
Yo,
bad breakup.
yeah,
You
Like
should
I
be
didn't
able
eat.
to file for marijuana because of a bad breakup. Hey,
I didn't.
What?
I didn't.
Let's talk real quick.
I went through a bad
No
breakup.
Cal
I didn't
weighing
eat
in
or
heavy.
sleep. I didn't eat or sleep for like 6
Dude,
months, like
neither did
correctly.
I was
But
there
it was
with
like 6 months. But once I got some new pussy, then the bitch comes back.
Oh, it
did
starts
that-
it all over. Resets the button.
No, but it got easier every time. She came back a few times. It got easier, and then we became friends, and we.
Ooh.
And then I
Mine
one
cost me
night-
too much money to
Yeah,
go back.
whatever. It is what it is. I just take life for what it is. I mean, really though,
Gonna bite.
Yeah,
right
but-
now is probably the worst situations I've been in my whole entire life right now.
Well-
and I've been to jail, and I've gone to rehabs and fucking counseling, anger
It's because you
management.
knew what to expect. Just because.
But right now, like I don't know, dude.
Yeah, our station's moving.
I feel like I should.
That damn Ouija board.
Yeah, that was it. That was it.
Blame the damn spirits. They fucking hydroplaned my car.
Uploads.
They fucking expired my insurance. The
Oh, yeah, they
spirits.
did that.
They did that.
turned off the power here to the studio.
Yeah, they fucking gave my mom cancer.
Oh no!
Who's your car insurance through?
It was Mercury.
The one he didn't pay.
AAA is the best.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, they were
no plug there. They're not paying for it.
Yeah, but
No,
yeah,
they're not.
AAA, dude,
Yeah.
I got it, and you should have it. If you don't know how to change a tire, fuck, dude, please.
Don't take the stereo out of this car.
I'll tell you what, the AAA tow truck drivers and any kind of tow truck driver gets pissed at 2 a.m. when some big guy calls for a tire change.
We live in LA. And we hate fucking looky loos. Please, fucking just.
Please, if you're a guy, change your own fucking tire.
Or pay for AAA, dude. Fuck, dude. One of them.
Hey, my daughter knows how to change a tire. Fucking guys can do it.
I know how to change a tire too, but do I want to get out of the car and do it?
every
I'd rather
truck
fucking
driver-
just pay the fucking AAA.
Every tow truck driver I know.
Now that is a plug for free from
You ask them
AAA.
what their biggest fucking annoyance is, and they'll be like, "Dude, big guys calling for tire changes. They won't change their own fucking tire."
Like a big dude,
They're just
like
lazy.
this guy,
They're
like this
lazy.
guy, like this guy right here.
Or they like, what? Where
This
are you
guy
going
right
at
here.
4 a.m. where you need your tire changed if you're at your house? I mean, really? I mean, you're telling me like in a blizzard up in Big Bear, at 4 a.m. you need your tire changed?
At 4 a.m, if I'm up there, I got plenty of energy to do that.
They have blizzards.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like we had a year where it was like it snowed 4 feet 1 week, and then like 2 days later it snowed 4 feet, and
I just barely back in probably 10 years ago. It's probably been like 10 years since my whole life. I'm 42 years old. 10 years ago, it was the first time I ever saw it snow. And it was in Pennsylvania. I still haven't seen it snow since. But seeing it snow, I was back east for 2 days, and then on the way back, we stopped in Cincinnati to lay over, and there was a blizzard. Right, and it was a fucking blizzard. It was a fucking dude. There's these fuckers out on these like this machine. They're hosing down the plane, dude. I'm like, dude, what the fuck is
de-icing?
happening?
Yeah,
this is my first flight since 9/11 too. On top of it. So it was like, what the fuck? I'm tripping.
talk about 9/11.
Yo, you fuckers are some wild niggas, bro.
No, 9/11.
No, 9/11.
Y'all built for that weird shit.
When, New York?
Yeah, I was videotaping it.
No shit.
Yeah, I worked for a media company for the military, and they sent me in to videotape it.
Oh, they sent you after the fact?
During.
He was pre-warned.
I was
I'm sure.
stationed Fort Benning, Georgia.
You were pre-warned about this day?
I said that, he didn't.
No, negative.
If you were stationed in Virginia, how the fuck would you know to be in
Georgia.
New York City?
Because they flew me there as soon as it happened. The first thing happened. Because
Oh, like at 6 in the morning? It's 6 here. What?
Special Forces goes in first.
Okay, so they sent you in, and how close were you?
I was close enough to see, the bodies they falling out of the building and hitting the glass. Let's put it that way.
Oh wow!
So,
Yeah.
dude, I know it's your birthday. I have to shout out
all the footage you filmed that day.
Still have it.
Oh, you have it personally? Have it? Oh wow! I would like to see it. I'm just curious. I'm just very curious. I'm very curious.
You didn't finish what you had, motherfucker. Jeez, be a real nigga. Get it all. All right, sorry about that.
Okay, go ahead. What you were saying? I'm sorry.
No, dude.
All the
seriously, again, happy birthday, and thanks for talking to it on the show tonight. But
this morning,
yeah, now it's become this morning. Thanks, there, Buzz. But
Don't blame me for that shit.
Oh, I wouldn't blame you. I'm just
don't blame me for that
just
shit.
pointing it out. But anyway, you've worked really hard to get where you're at. And just recently they're starting to work that out. And I've had personal dealings with PTSD and different causes. My daughter has CPTSD because of a borderline personality disorder mother. Shout out to that one. But anyway, again, we're shopping at the wrong places. But dated, of course, looking at the drama, please apply within. Dated a woman who grew up in a very small town, Northern California, or Central California, was raped at a very young age because mom was a drug dealer or drug addict, had men going through the house all the time. Stepdaddy touched her very, very young. She continued to allow it to happen so she could protect her younger sister. This sounds horrible?
Yes.
And it was. But one of the things I admired about her was she allowed that experience for her to change her perspective and actually turn it into a good thing in her life. She's a therapist now. I hope she's doing well. God bless you. Still think about you. Love you all the time. Anyway,
God bless her soul.
yeah. Anyway, Wow.
Is her name Erin?
No, but not very many people with the first name of Marcia. But she told me her stepfather had touched her, and we went to her class reunion, and they had a family reunion at that time as well.
Did you want to beat his ass?
I wanted to kill the motherfucker because this is the person who has caused the damage, in my opinion, to this woman who we'd be making love to, and probably the top three in my life.
What held you back?
I'll get to that. We'd be having sex, and she would all of a sudden just be shaking and curling up into the fetal position. I'd have to go touch, no touch, then putting her clothes back on. This it's painful for somebody you love.
Right.
So somebody said he's here, and I'm like, okay, where? And I start literally walking directly toward him. And the only time in my life that I got that tunnel vision, I don't know if you've ever gotten that, James. Yeah. No. I'm just going to jump on this guy and just pound until I can't pound it anymore, or whatever.
Pound him.
I fucking Anyway, what stopped me is
his soul leaves his body.
Oh, I don't think he has.
I'm not allowed at UCLA hospital anymore.
But you stressed me out last time when I was in the hospital. But anyway, I was walking faster and faster.
Pound him until his soul reaches hell. Yeah.
And all I could hear is a single voice, and it was this person that goes by her middle name, but her first name is Marcia. I turned around and I saw the fear that she had described her stepfather putting in her.
And
I stopped.
How did you hold yourself back at that point?
That was that look. I loved her that much. That look of progressing that fear. It's kind of what we're talking about. Is the PTSD? Where do you draw that line? Because you can continue that if you don't work on yourself and get the help that you need, or you have a chance to stop it. And seeing the fear in her face scared the crap out of me. Okay. Because I would then progress. I would have avoided all of the work that she had done.
Hold on, having seen that and like
I just got goosebumps.
Your ex-wife's rapists coming like in your face.
Yep.
Like oh, sorry about that. Jeez, I forgot what the question was. Go ahead.
So my question is this: I've been with many chicks who've had the same issue, and my thing is this: when is it the next guy's fault that she's with, that she's had all these issues, and how is it that a guy is supposed to worse, but how is a guy supposed to be able to like overcome all of that and still be able to have a relationship with a woman who has gone through something like that? Because at the end of the day, I've gone through those kind of things, and I still.
Well, that's what we're talking about.
Wait, but I still
you have to have a strong.
But after years of being with the person, you still feel those
emotions.
Issues. You know what I mean? You still feel those kind of things that come up. Years after.
All right, Buzz. I'll go. Yeah. James, did you? No. Okay. I'll answer your question then, Buzz. I will answer it in my opinion. By the way, in my experience, it's been you care enough or love enough that it's about letting go, not holding on to. So at that moment, I let that go and let her finish that cycle instead of me, because all I would have done is progressed the violence. So yes, he was touched, I'm sure, but do I have to add violence to it? No, I don't. So I had a choice to work on myself right then and there. Okay. So that's what we're talking about. PTSD, men do not have that option. We're taught not to cry, not to give our emotions. As a pilot, myself, I compartmentalize really well, and I'm sure you do the same.
Thing, it gets a lot of people because like I go into hospital and I'll be in like the most pain imaginable, but I'm not crying or shedding a tear,
right?
Because I was taught that pain is your ally. It keeps you alive.
Sure,
it lets you know to get the job done.
But it's okay to be real, and
it just the doctors get thrown for a loop because they're like, well, why isn't this guy crying? You know, if he's in that much pain, why is he crying?
Doctors don't understand, military for sure. Yeah.
But at the other side, is it okay, when you're dealing with this for so long, and you're dealing with this, and it's like a consistent issue in this woman's life.
Yep, it will always be. By
and
the way,
it would always be, right? But at the same time, you might have the bomb ass sex, right? You might have the bomb ass sex with this woman,
sure,
and then all of a sudden, all those issues that she has might come back around. Like,
it did a lot. It did a lot. That's what I was describing. Yeah,
right. And so my question is, how do you really deal with that in a real,
again,
solution, like a good solution in a way, like a way that it'll be a.
Dude, it's caring enough about that person that you take your feelings out of it. It was hard. I mean, I'll give you
because sometimes it's easier to walk away and not deal with somebody who has all those issues, and just find something new. That's something
if you never solve
who doesn't
a problem,
have those issues as hard as it might seem.
Love makes you want to.
But if you
love is love. But at the end of the day, does love pay the bills?
Oh,
Does
shit's
love
falling off? Yeah.
Ding dong.
Ding dong, man. It's really going on.
Without love, we have nothing.
Well,
at the end of the day, though, like for real, bro, like we all as men, we all have to have a woman who's sitting there and being like supportive. If they're not, then we're not fucking with them. Like at the end of the day, like we're not fucking with girls.
Sometimes it takes a while to realize, dude, who's a ride or die person, dude. Like, and usually, dude, the woman is fucking quick to bail the fuck out, dude.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like
that's exactly what I'm
they
talking
say.
about.
Dude, we live in Los Angeles, dude. It's not fucking. It's not like the movies, dude. It's not gonna be like that. There's so many people trying to fuck everybody else, dude. It's not like our grandparents' story. It's not gonna be like that ever again.
Well, it's not.
I mean, it's not like a little town in like Iowa.
We are in Los Angeles, California, man, and that's exactly what we're
in
talking
LA.
about.
I mean, like 20 years ago, I could walk down, the street with my .22 rifle and go out in the, like backyards and back, like development areas and shoot, lizards and rabbits or whatever, and no one gave a shit.
Right.
But now, if you go out there with like a freaking
my friend,
BB gun, you're gonna get arrested.
My friend, fucking son, just got arrested up in Eureka, like Humboldt County, fucking shooting a fucking air pistol, at fucking rodents, dude. Got arrested for it. Went to county.
I set up a target range at Castaic Lake, and I had 7 fucking pigs cars come on me, and I was carrying a taser gun and a real gun, and I had when I go camping, I carry lots of knives. Lots, and so I all I had time to do is drop the taser gun and the real gun, and I shove it in this little bush.
Allegedly.
And I'm coming up the hill, and the cops are surrounding me. Well, there's one other camper, because it was raining, that was there, and they said we were shooting at their campsite. And I'm like, dude, see the range set up? I said, it's nowhere near them. I'm like, it's at the very end. It's perfectly safe. And he's like, this is a county park. You can't do that stuff. And and I'm like, I'm sorry. And I'm like, and then I realized they had searched my tent.
And they found your shit.
Well, no. They were going to arrest me just because of the bow and arrows and the BB gun.
Wow, bow and arrow and BB gun.
Dude, they thought you were fucking
for a ranger.
Yep.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, and the only thing that saved me is one of the cops was ex-army, and he looks at me, and all of a sudden he says something, and I said something military term, and he goes, "Army?" And I go, "Yep." And he goes, "What was your MOS?" And I go, 11 Bravo, Rangers. And he goes, "Never mind, let's go."
And they
let me go.
Yo, are you kidding me?
But they're like, "But don't ever bring a BB gun or bow and arrow in here again."
It's because you're a ranger.
Well, that's the only reason they let me go.
Right.
Yo.
And it was like my kids, my son almost goes, "Dad, what about your guns?" Yeah. And I'm like, "Good thing we left them at home."
But they're right here. They can.
The kid would be the one to fucking be honest and fucking actually fuck up. Yeah.
You teach your kids nowadays to narc on us. What the?
Yeah. Well, Yeah, you can't spank your children anymore.
Well, you can't do anything.
I mean, dude, marijuana education in schools is a joke. By the way, like they teach like kids.
Well,
that
look what they taught adults fucking with that reefer madness back in the fucking whatever 50s or 30s or whatever.
Without marijuana, like marijuana does.
Dude, but that's what they wanted to make marijuana look like. They wanted to make it look like it makes you dopey, retarded.
Hey, wait, I have to say this.
Oh, hey, population control. When it comes to alcohol, dude, it kills DUIs. It makes them money with DUIs. It fucking kills people. It kills people. Period. Like way quicker than fucking marijuana would.
Well, have you seen the billboard like on I think it's Soledad? It says since marijuana was passed in Colorado, there's been like almost like no deaths, no this, no like DUIs.
Oh, it says that on Soledad.
There's a big ass billboard.
And it's saying that there's less DUIs, less this. See what I'm saying? Like, I'm surprised that they put that, dude. Well, it's pro marijuana, obviously.
Well, almost every county right now is getting ready to legalize cultivation and selling
pie weed, dude.
And I know a certain company that's getting ready to like do this delivery service.
They're allowing people in LA County right now to fucking cultivate.
Oh yeah,
but to get a warehouse to cultivate legally, it costs you like $5 million because these guys all know what real estate, like what they got.
Right. It's mostly the Russians and the fucking Middle
it's
Eastern.
Completely random, but I think all the ones in LA are run by cops, judges, and yeah.
Well, let me expand on that. Let me expand on that.
I've heard.
Let me expand on that. Is that these guys are actually setting up a lot of fake. They act like they're really in business. And they perform like they're in business. They will come bring you your weed. They'll do all that.
Do you have a delivery service?
But they're actually they don't have the licenses and a lot of the things that you would need to do.
It's
to be
expensive.
Able to make.
Do you have somebody deliver to you?
Well, I do, and you know what? And the thing is,
can I get his number?
They're not. I don't think they're.
No,
you know why? You know why? Because I looked them up on certain things, and they're not there. Because now it's medicinal. So LA is cracking down.
There's only one legal delivery service allowed in Santa Clara Valley.
Exactly. It's only one. And you know
this
what?
place needs to chill out, bro. They need to put a strip club.
I've been to every city council meeting. I've been to every city council meeting on marijuana. And the city council, the mayor is actually pro marijuana. Like he wants to shop in here. And
in Austin, well, no, they already have delivery services out here, but
but they don't. They don't.
No, they have more.
I mean, they don't. They don't.
No, they have more than one. They have more than one.
I think one is legal, and that's on
Golden League. They have a grip, but a couple of them ask for your medical license.
Of course,
a couple. No. But the other one has my expired one. They know me from doing business with me.
You don't need to actually update your licenses anymore because of the legalization in California.
Well, for recreational.
For the lower prices.
If you already have a license and you've had a license, it's still good. It still counts now. It doesn't. You don't need.
Oh, really? If it's outdated?
Yeah, but if you want to buy a license now, it's like buying like a liquor license. It's damn near the same thing.
No. I'm talking about. He's just talking about a light use. He's talking about for use.
Your license, not
a piece of paper with a gold certificate on it.
Different now.
Like I get the hard card. The stock
nowadays, a lot of
people
don't
didn't
get
offer
that
me
license.
shit.
Just
I went to North Hollywood and paid $20 to see some doctor.
And they make the money, and they perform like a normal business, but they don't have that license.
Well, that's you're trying to cut out the middleman.
Well, Golden Leaf is a good company if you live in Santa Clarita.
Oh, I
so
love
the
Golden Leaf.
Voodoo Boys.
I fuck with the Golden Leaf. That's all.
Yeah, I found it on Weed Maps. I don't know.
If someone's looking on Weed Maps, look for On Deck.
On Deck?
On Deck.
Out here?
They're very good. They're the one legal company out here.
Yo, you're funny, bro, because I fuck with the Golden Leaf, bro.
Fuck with Golden Leaf.
And they're the only company that actually is at every city council meeting trying to to get marijuana back into Santa Clarita.
Well, that's the thing, is re-educating.
What about a strip club?
The thing that scares this every time.
Let's go back to the strip club. We want to see all the sheriff's daughters out here.
Towards yay marijuana.
Let's go to the strip club right now.
No, we're talking about opening.
Comes in and goes, well, it's good. This is why we don't want it. And it's all bullshit, unfacts. It's like the stuff they taught my daughter, like that. Marijuana kills everybody, And she came home one day and she goes, I know you smoke, but
it
I
makes
don't
you
want
think.
to die.
It makes you think outside the box. It makes you fucking. The government does not want you to fucking think for yourself.
Oh my god!
Well,
Marijuana makes you think for yourself, man. It makes you fucking realize how fucking retarded.
My mom calls it pot.
I'm 6'3". I'm 6'3".
She still calls it pot.
I got down to 107 pounds.
I don't like
What you got?
I was 107 pounds.
At 6'3"?
6'3". I weigh 6. I'm 6'3".
Yeah, you
tall.
can look at
That deal blow you over.
Basically, yeah. I weighed less than like all the nurses and stuff. Let's put
That
it
was
way.
from.
It's called gastroparesis.
Okay.
It's a very
watching meat's real fun.
yeah.
But again,
yeah, that's because of the car accident, correct?
It was
it's a
combination of injuries.
A combination of like basically long usage of opiates.
Yeah, their idea of helping him was just no actual. Let's work on what caused the pain. Let's just give you drugs.
Yep.
So
okay.
Pop a pill culture.
And before they did my first surgery, they gave me more like Soma and like Norco and Percocet and Oxy and morphine and anything that I had more prescriptions than like the pharmacy did.
And that just causes more problems.
Oh well, and I told them that I didn't want to be on those prescriptions, but they made me be, and they said I would be kicked off of workers' comp if I didn't comply with the doctor's recommendations.
Yeah, wow. which actually comes from the pharmaceuticals. I recently had an argument with my insurance. As you know,
which are horrible.
The doctor prescribed a certain amount of something, and the insurance said, "No, he only needs this." Wait, I'm sorry. Are you the doctor? Know what I need?
They try to change the dosage.
It's like yeah. And it's like, wait, who's the doctor here? And it's again, back to the problem is we're not getting to the problem of the. Or the root of the problem. The pain is never where the problem is.
Well, I mean, let's put it this way. How much does an EpiPen cost and how much does it cost to made?
Yeah, right.
That's like the biggest point right there I can say about pharmaceuticals.
Yeah, I hope Elon Musk opens up a non-pharmaceutical company to put out the pharmaceutical companies.
They have a bunch of these things out there, like these meditation centers, dude, they teach you how to like astral project and shit.
You do realize that a honest doctor will tell you 50% of their success rate on anything is the placebo effect of you believe that you're going to a doctor, what they're going to prescribe works, but it doesn't.
Right?
They can't even tell you why some of these things work.
Can you tell me what a fucking deja vu is, please?
Sure, it's where the matrix skip.
I heard it's a hiccup.
It's Cedar Sinai Hospital in Beverly Hills now. They're
been there for stitching
They're
of my
using
mouth.
visual reality for pain relief now. They actually give you visual reality
like virtual reality.
Yeah, and so you sit there and like watch like a plane fly or like it snow or like
you can make someone's life miserable with one of those.
Well, it also
at the same time you can make it beautiful. You can make it fucking miserable.
I was like,
you can bring
I was patient zero.
You can bring in all kinds of shit.
So like,
you ever played Resident Evil?
Yeah.
Have you ever played Resident Evil in virtual reality though? That is scary as fuck, dude. It's the scariest shit. I won't even play the game, dude, because it fucking terrifies me, bro.
Do those games give you any kind of triggers for your PTSD?
I have a game that you use a gun, dude. Like you should fuck with it, dude. But you're going. It's like
let's do it.
Well,
no, I can't even pass the first fucking
level.
level.
I'm multitasking because I'll be on the computer, I'll be watching a movie, and I'll be playing video games at the same time. And if you notice, most of the time I turn the volume of the video games down, so I just play the video games. And I don't listen to what they're saying, and I watch like a movie or I'm on the computer or something like that. Because like I said, I can't just do one thing anyways. I have to do like 5.
No. As long as you finish each of your individual projects, then you can't.
But see, I don't have any projects because I can't.
Yeah, that's why he calls me. That's I got plenty of projects. By the way.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Thank you very
James,
much.
Thank you again for coming in, man.
This guy is the master at anything and everything. And I will say, like, you should charge like what plumbers and contractors charge like $150 an hour, man.
Can't charge my friends stuff like that. Yeah, come on.
Yeah, but, I've been trying to pay you for a while, and you won't accept any money.
Friendship is the true currency of
Nissan.
of this brought to you by you tell me installing that
Championship Nissan in Valencia, California. Come on down to Creekside and get yourself a new Nissan today.
Motherfucker, I want to go on a helicopter with you and ride out with you.
right after James does. All
ride
right, you can be number 2.
I'll be jumping.
Yeah,
I want to
you'll
jump
out of the
I'm jumping, bro. I love fucking falling out of a plane.
Well,
no, all good.
I like anything fast enough and that I can.
Would you squirrel suit jump?
Huh?
Would you do the squirrel suit thing?
I do a halo.
Dude,
I do a halo.
Hell yeah. I will bust my ass.
No,
bro.
you won't. You would not do it, bro.
Halos are the most.
What is a halo?
Looking at the two of you, I'm going to go with.
Bust my ass. I know. I would.
You would bust your ass.
You would die.
No, that's what the fucking
bust your ass, dude. It's not busting your ass. It's dying, bro. I'm talking about squirrel suit.
I'm talking about the squirrels. They all have fucking parachutes, bro. Like they all parachute.
Squirrels?
I'm talking about a human being base jumping off of a mountain.
You're talking about the paraglider
I was about to say.
suits.
Yeah, no, I thought that's what he was talking about.
Yeah. I'm talking about that.
Yeah, there are suits like that.
But that's like.
Would you do that?
I've done it.
Now that's.
You've done that?
I've done that.
Wait, all the SEALs.
What does Halo stand for?
Halo I don't actually know.
It's high altitude, low opening, right?
Yeah, I can't think. Yeah, it's
You've squirrel suited out of like what?
I taught Navy SEAls.
Okay, but you're talking about you're doing it from high.
That SEAL suit when you fucking fly down.
SEAL suit.
A mile, yeah. You can go almost a mile, yeah.
So you did it in like free space out up high and like.
Well, they do it at 30,000 feet or above because you don't want radar picking you up, and then they don't think most people because halo jumps are so dangerous.
Because of what, the altitude?
Because you have to have airlines, like at 30,000 feet.
Because of everything, you fuck up in any way, you're gonna die, dude.
You're hoping you're gonna land in water because, like, on a halo jumps, you open your chute like so low because.
How many feet?
I've
jumped out. I've done it 12,500 feet. You pull your chute at 5,000.
But you're actually traveling. But if you do it properly, you're actually traveling.
You got to let him.
Well, we have an expert in the house. But it depends on what you're wearing.
To get there, the most deaths occurred on halo jumps are when you're opening your chute and your head pops against your air tanks and you crack your neck. That's how most people die on halo jumps.
A lot of people die from them?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, I had a neighbor that had over
static line jumps.
Oh,
my dangerous.
God, yeah.
I know. I had a neighbor that had over 3,000. And his chute didn't pull fucking till like 30 feet, dude. He broke his like ass bone.
That's why I pack my own chutes.
But you know what? Guys like that, they come back and they do it.
I wanted to get a Class A license. I wanted to actually go back. I did a tandem, dude. And I fucking was in love with the fucking adrenaline rush.
You don't need a tandem ever again.
Fuck,
we got this guy here.
But you know what?
Dude, I want to go right now. Let's go. Give me an ultimate in here. I'll
jump out of an airplane?
No, any of that.
I'll do that right now, bro. I'll do it. I will jump.
He has. You should put your headsets on so you can listen, man.
I would go back in the military in about 5 seconds if I didn't have the problems I did right now.
Interesting. Wait. But weren't some of the problems because of the military?
Yep. But
wow, wait, that's pretty big.
But it's like you know how some people like
he's loyal.
You enjoy that.
You're an artist. You wanted to be.
That's
an artist.
your talent.
When they told you had to jump, you just fucking jumped and you just didn't.
On my first
calculated risk, I think.
I was
like, no, I'm saying the first time it happened to you. You were just like they were like jump.
Okay, have you ever base jumped though using a squirrel suit?
Base jumped using a squirrel suit? No, I can't say I don't.
Okay, see, that's the hairy shit. When they do it off a rock, when they do it off of fucking like a rock, and then they're flying through like fucking the trees and the rocks and shit.
That's crazy. But
see, that's the shit that scares the fuck out of me.
They have wing gliders now.
Yeah.
A few guys
I have a game. I have a game on the PlayStation, dude.
Yep. It's one of those things that adrenaline is just a drug like anything else.
I have a game on the PlayStation where it I have a game on the PlayStation called Steep, dude. You could fucking jump off of fucking.
That's amazing to me.
I like that one. When you bite it, the guy will fall or like slide all the way down the hill.
Right.
That's half the fun. Actually, I
actually eating shit. Yeah, it is.
I will do, and I mean.
But
watching the physics or what they consider physics in that world.
Yeah, a little off in that.
We're all in a simulation anyway, right?
I was,
yeah, this one feels pretty real, but at some point I think that's true. I think
Palmer and
recently, I think I'm convinced that we are in
at age 10. I had the
definite.
Wait, talk about the Asian girl earlier.
Ooh, no, well, yes, and our friend
11, I beat the
starts I think with an A. Is that what it should be?
So yeah, the 63. Hey, what's up, people? There's 63 people watching on Bigo Live right now. What's up, dude? You're watching the Made You Listen show live on Spreaker.com. I put the post addresses in the thing. Bombaclat. I don't know the opposite.
Yeah, I'd like to buy a vowel, please. Things that only you and I know for $200.
Felt like none of the other
yeah, cut the mic.
It's good. Like,
so you can put on a song and we'll come a couple of songs and we'll come right back. Give you a second. I'm gonna show you that. I'm gonna put this.
Yo, I want to do something.
Jesus, you're getting picked up on that one. Anyway, I'm gonna put some of that music I told you about, the '80s, but it's new. It sounds '80s. Yeah, I think you'll fucking totally be like, "What the fuck, dude?"
Jesus, bring me back to the days of Big Bush and what?
Hold on, Motorama.
I was just like, nope. My dad told me
I know a guy. Two guys that
Motorama. This is what this is. Okay. I don't know, dude. This is some shit, dude. This came out in. It's called Heavy Wave, off of an album called Poverty in 2015. Check it out, Motorama.
It's been the best thing of her life. That's
You know what? We're gonna close this show out, man.
We got some birthday
we got some
celebrations to go.
We have fucking dude. It's 6:43 in the a.m. We have some shots to take, and we have some
some
Nissans to go.
Oh yeah,
we got some shots.
I was gonna say some.
Bitches to break.
No, but yeah, it's been a good show. I think a lot of things were talked about. We've been on 84 minutes.
And I'd like to give a shout out to the Canyon High School
cheerleader squad. I want to give a shout out to them too. Right into the open.
Since we're talking
hole.
about great guys, thanks. We're talking about pedophiles, and we're next guys.
They're all 18.
They're all 18. They have IDs improving.
My daughter went to Canyon. Jesus Christ,
Yeah.
All right.
My daughter's about to go there. So.
Oh, is she seeing anybody? No,
shout out to all the girls who are over 18 who are ready to get that shit clean.
Oh, there he is being a.
I got a pressure washer, fucking with the light 300 psi that might take off
some paint.
Wow. See, I fall back into being a guy.
Yo.
Thank God I'm talking.
No, I mean, it could only
where
be
were
serious.
You guys going with that?
It can only be so serious for so
said,
long. I gotta fucking say something.
And then he got quiet, and everybody was like,
I was thinking about one of your songs, man.
Like one of these.
No,
I love it. Hey, you know,
same 7 chords.
Hey, let me ask you guys though. Kellogg's radio show. Who's that guy? That's Tommy Boy, man. That's my guy, man.
Yeah, what's up? Coleman in the house. We want to say good night or good morning wherever you are.
Good night, Big Kahuna.
I like to end these shows by saying "fuck off." So if everybody wants to give
fuck off,
fuck off,
fuck the world. Hey, Tommy, tell these guys fuck off.
Fuck off.
Everything.
Fuck off. Good guys. Good.